Alright, something a little different. We have a motorcycle that we've got to fabricate this back exhaust. He's changed this transmission. This transmission has come out. So the second pipe doesn't fit. We put the first pipe on so we have the orientation of where it needs to go. Second pipe, obviously we need to attach it back on the mount there. But this pipe, we're going to have to change this. So we're going to cut it somewhere in two spots here and basically remake the middle. He's going to wrap this exhaust, but we want it to clear the transmission. Well, one of the key things I'm looking at here is this pipe is parallel, so we need to make sure that the second pipe is in relation to that. So basically what we're going to do is cut those pipes off first, attach this, run a straight edge on here so that when we sit and look back, you can see this orientation. It's not going to angle back or angle up, and it's one of those things that's easy to do. Your mind is so focused on building this, you don't look at that. And this could be sticking out this way, sticking out this way, and of course you finish it and you know, you deliver the bike and then you step back and you go, oops, I've messed up. So that's something to keep in mind when you're doing this kind of stuff. But it's fairly simple stuff, but again, something you should take note when you're working on this stuff. Okay, so a quick trick here. You guys are all going to know this after I show you it, of course. But when you're trying to find a way to get parallel to a tube, best thing is to use, I've just got a scrap here, use some angle. That way this is going to sit on here. It's not like a flat strap that could be, you know, a little bit here and there. It sits there, and as long as it's even down here, it's going to give you, obviously, it's going to show parallel to your tube. You see that? Alright, so we cut this middle section out here. So now we have our flange and some smooth pipe. And our piece here, here is our angle that we just attached the pipe. You see, now we can make sure that is parallel. We can look down this gap here, make sure it's right. Of course, do a visual across here, which the pipe was, angle it in. So this is the hanging mechanism for the exhaust, this little piece. Pretty clever. This piece slides in there, it gives you some adjustment. Well, this is where the markings are from the last bolt, so we'll put a mark here. So what we'll do is we'll attach it here. That way, of course, we have adjustment, but it's back where it used to be. Trying to keep it looking the same as what it was before we made the change. Alright, so now we're back together, the pipe's on, it's got clearance everywhere. Again, we're trying to keep everything kind of in the same shape. We've got these two pipes parallel, but of course, this pipe here, we're trying to get similar to this angle here. We're limited by the battery box here, but we're just trying to make it look just generally the same, looking like it's the same shape, the same design. Everything kind of balances out. And of course, keeping the pipe tucked in away from your leg. What we did is we did like a mock-up. We had one of us put our foot here so you can get an idea of where that pipe is too. And of course, there's other things that you're looking at. You want to make sure we're not running into this and that we can actually get to this oil fill. We want to make sure this will come out, and of course make sure there's a little bit of room to put a funnel in there and put fluid in, which, as you see, we've got plenty of room on an angle here. So there's obviously more than just joining two pipes together. You've got to make sure everything works and everything balances out when you're building this kind of thing. So it's best to kind of look it over and do some drawings, do some, what we did is we took a couple of bits of scrap. This was the old pipe, and we kind of lay it, put it up with some masking tape, step back, look it over, make sure it looks correct, looks somewhat balanced out, like I said. And then once you're happy with it, then you can start building the finished piece and putting it together.